20 years ago today, a deadly explosion at the West Pharmaceutical Services plant in Kinston killed 6 people and injured dozens. It's a day many here in eastern North Carolina say they'll never forget. 9 on your side, Sarah Gray Barr is joining us now in studio. So Sarah Gray, you spoke to a lot of people who were there that day.
Erin, the fire from the explosion lasted well into the night, raging for 2 days. The people I spoke to told me about the events of that day, what stuck with them the most, and how eastern North Carolina came together to save lives. Captain William Bars was training with Kinston's Department of Fire and Rescue when he got the call.
When you're starting down the road and you look up and there's this big, huge black plume up in the sky, and that was like, man, we're going to that.
Former public information officer for Kinston's Department of Fire and Rescue, Woody Spencer, said he had never seen anything like that explosion.
I don't think you can prepare for it. You can prepare is how to help people, how to save lives like that, but something that as big as the West Pharmaceutical explosion, I don't know a firefighter that said, wow, I've seen this before, because they hadn't.
Thick, dark smoke seen for miles around. The struggle to get to the fire.
There were hundreds of people coming out, yelling, screaming, help me, help me, help me. You could see their injuries. We had to push through this sea of people that were coming directly to us because we were the help. We had to get to that building.
The dangers of the building: ruptured gas lines, collapsing ceilings, unstable floors.
Right there at the very edge, the jagged edge, there was a gas line that had ruptured and it was blowing fire straight up, and we had to cross over the fire.
And especially the smoke.
The smoke came down, it got pushed down on us, and it was just nothing but black. We couldn't see anything.
There were a lot of unknowns that day and rampant rumors.
One of the rumors was the plane hit the building. There was another rumor that it was a terrorist attack.
In the months after, an investigation revealed the cause: a dust explosion.
There was a small dust explosion in a localized area, and when that exploded, it shook the buildings. Dust became free and started floating from the rafters and everywhere else that dust was collected, and that caused the ultimate explosion, blowing off the roof.
January 29th, 2003 is a day that still sticks with them.
About 8 or 9 o'clock, someone came up and gave me a bologna sandwich. That was the best bologna sandwich in the whole wide world I've ever eaten. The second biggest memorable part was, just everyone being there. All of the emergency services coming together and just clicking. We were doing, it didn't matter what department you were on, we were doing.
They all pitched in, they all did the best they could, and that's why I think that lives were saved. Any life lost is terrible, but to save those that you can is what it's all about.
The explosion changed Kinston. West Pharmaceutical Services rebuilt several miles away. All that's left of the old facility is an empty field and a lasting mark on the people of Kinston. In studio, Sarah Gray Barr, 9 on your side.